This video is about art and how you get to decide what art is good to you and what art you love and want to see and bring into your life. I am an artist. I draw with graphite and I use a touch of color as well with colored pencils. And I am a writer. I write poetry and fictional short stories. There's other things I'm going to be doing later on. That's what I do right now. So I have put off art for so long as an artist in my life because I got into my head. As an adult, we get into our heads so much about things that we think we can do, things that we want to do, and how we feel about it in general. So in 9th grade in high school, I had an art class, as most of us do in high school. And I drew this tree. That's the first time I realized that I actually can draw well. So this is what started it all for me as an artist, this tree. And after that, I was never really consistent with it. And I just put it off for so long because as I saw more art from other artists, I saw how realistic they were. And I've never been a realistic artist. So there's so much art that you see that literally looks like it could jump off of whatever it's on and into your real life. And I'm like, that's not how I draw. That's not how I want to draw. That's not how I desire to be. That's not what I'm trying to do. And I thought that as an artist, I had to create art like that. I had to draw like that. And it just really was discouraging to me. So I never really picked it back up again until many years later as an adult. And that's when I realized that it doesn't matter how someone draws. If they feel the need to do it, if they feel that it's in them and that it's a part of them, it needs to be done. And just because everyone has different styles and different ways of creating art, and there's so many different art. There's so many different kinds of art. Check the last video I did talking about choosing your art form, right? Choosing art. And it doesn't mean that because someone draws one way, they're good, and the other person isn't good because they don't draw the same way. That's the beauty of art. And that's one of my favorite things about it, is that it's not good or bad. It's whatever someone feels it to be. So an artist can create something and someone can interpret something different from that art than the artist does themselves. It could be whatever you make it be. And so I also love that it's filled in our lives. It's everywhere. And we get to choose to see that, right? We get to choose the art for us. And as I started to draw more, I realized that I do have my own way. I do have my own style. And when it comes to this, I don't like to learn from other people specifically about how to draw. I just let it go and figure it out on my own. So that is what I realized. And as I start to paint, that is going to be different. And the style of my painting is going to be different than the style of my drawing for the most part. But as I draw more and figure out my style more, that's the whole reason. I want to figure out what it is that I'm bringing out, right? What it is in me that is coming out through my art and through my drawings. Because when someone sees it, they're going to realize that it's from me because of the style I have. And my drawings a lot of times have words on them as well, not every single one of them. And so now as I start to draw more and get more familiar with it and get more into the habit of it, I see myself as a professional artist. So that's why I choose to use professional art materials to create the art that I'm creating. And I, intend for my art to be around the world, for people to have it in their homes and everywhere, and for it to be shown to the world with meaning and with purpose. But whether someone sees it the same way I do or not doesn't matter. I'm getting into collections right now, so I'm starting, different collections based on different themes. And as I do that, I will start to determine which drawings I'm going to start selling and putting them in frames for people to buy. But right now, I'm more so finding my style and getting prepared for my art to be bought. And that is the beauty of it as well. You can do whatever you want with it. You can create art and you don't have to show anyone. You can create art and you don't have to sell any of it. But I believe my purpose is to use my life to serve others, to be of use to others in the world. And one of the many ways that I am doing that is through what I create. And one of the things I create is art. They're drawings right now. So that is one of the ways I see and know that I can be of use to others, along with many other ways and many other things I create and other ways which have nothing to do with creating. But the point is that you can't let some thought stop you from doing what you're meant to do, doing what you're drawn to do. And if you feel drawn to it, if you feel that it's something you need to do, that you have to do, that's meant for you. And if you have any desires based on creating, that's meant for you. And those are for you. You are meant to live that. So do that. And you think back as a kid, you weren't in your head like that as you are as an adult. You just did, right? You just were being. So as we think about that and we start to be more and live more and just do without thinking so much when it comes to our creations, that will serve us so much better. That will benefit us so much more, because we can learn a lot from how we were when we were younger as kids. That tells us a lot about ourselves, and that's when we started to pick up stuff a little bit after that. So since we got ourselves there, we can get ourselves out of that. And that is all a part of this. It's a lot of fun, and it can be scary at times, but whether you're an artist or you're someone who just loves art, it doesn't matter what anyone else says or thinks about it. It's really what it is for you. And that is what it's for. It's for you. So you decide which one you want in your life, what types of art you want in your life, what you want to be involved in, what you want to be a part of, what you want to create if you're an artist yourself. That's all up to you. And there are no rules. You get to create that for yourself because it is your life and you are the artist or the art lover or both. So on this channel, I talk about art, passion, and life. So you can subscribe to the newsletter publication called Bear Can Door on Substack. The link to that is in the description, along with reading my fictional short stories. That is through a different publication on Substack that's also linked in the description. So if you want to read my poetry, look at my art more, and read my fictional short stories, both of those publications are linked in the description. And yes, I will be talking about my art on this channel and my writing on this channel as well, and you'll be able to hear and see more of that. So subscribe if that's something you love and it's something you're into and want more of and are excited about, because art is life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.